Tisle Nambalhange. So welcome back to my daily briefing of the Tibetan Parliament session. It's been indeed a long 6 months. Okay, so the fourth session of the 17th Tibetan Parliament-in-Exile, which is the general session scheduled from 7th to 16th September 2022, commenced today at 1:30 p.m. I know this is an unusual time, yes. So what happened was this morning, the entire Tezo and Kasha were invited and attended the long life prayer ceremony that's Teshu offered to His Holiness by 5 Tibetan groups at Tuklakha. So let's just say we open on a very auspicious note, okay? Let's get to work. Presided by Honorable Speaker Khembosnam Tempela, the first day of the fourth session began with 3 bills on official commemorations and obituaries. That's Shungde Nyange Kuduki Tujo Treasure, and a bill on official solidarity on urgent situations inside Tibet. That's Phönangizara Nedan Tho Shunde Dungsem Nyamgegi Treasure. As per Trezo's procedure and conduct of business, Konsoso made the official announcement of the fourth session and ascertained the requisite quorum of the House with banging of the gavel. We all know that. Konsoso informed the House and the people of His Holiness's positive affirmation to live a long life at the long life prayer ceremony earlier this morning. Konsoso reminded the parliamentarians of our responsibility as elected representatives towards advancing the Tibetan resistance and the welfare of Tibetans in exile, as well as our democratic core. He also briefed the House of the global geopolitical order vis-a-vis China and the recent shifts in Tibet in terms of rising COVID cases, leading to further restrictions and suppressions of the Tibetans in Tibet. He updated the House on the positive outcomes from the 8th World Parliamentarians Convention on Tibet, WPCT, held in Washington, D.C., with support from Kasha and ICT. He also highlighted upon the political significance of such high-level conference being held in the United States, following which, as per the rules of procedures and conduct of business of session, he announced the panels of appointed chairpersons and ad hoc committee. With this, we proceeded to presentation of the official obituary reference to late Pao Tapu, an 81-year-old Tibetan who set himself ablaze in his protest against the Chinese government on 27 March 2022. Hereafter, the official obituary references to the former Tibetan parliamentarian Char Sangling Tsawannamgela and former Prime Minister of Japan, late Shinzo Abe, was presented in the House, followed by observance of a minute of silence for the official references. As per the business, I presented the official resolution on the solidarity with the Tibetans inside Tibet. The proceeding continued with Chitus deliberating over the aforementioned resolution and its subsequent passage. So during the deliberations, various pressing matters were raised, particularly in regards to the proposal of middle way approach and the consequent dialogue with the representatives of Chinese government. There were several comments upon the recent statement made by Honorable Sikyong to a Tibetan news agency. However, Honorable Speaker mentioned of a question hour tomorrow morning on this regard. There also were debates and comments by some Chitus on the forwards of the above-mentioned resolution. In all, the first day of the fourth session of the 17th Tibetan Parliament-in-Exile was adjourned at 5:30 p.m. until 9:30 tomorrow morning. So I hope with my daily briefings, it not only updates you with the business of the today's Trezo, but also encourages you to watch the session itself or tomorrow's session too on Tibet TV's YouTube or Facebook handles. I'll continue to update every day, every evening actually after Trezo, and make sure that you stay updated with what's happening in Trezo. It's important that you stay engaged with Tibetan Trezo to know more about what's happening and what are your representatives doing and what are the issues that we are raising or not. So stay tuned and I'll continue to get back to you. Sanyi Jayang.